You guys, we have come down to the headliner of this evening, your next comedian, whose name is on the marquee. He was actually on Comedy Central, Drunk History. He has a regular show at Outside Lands. He runs a show at the San Francisco Punchline called The Charm Offensive. One of my very best friends, an amazing guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Paco, Romane!
Thank you. Put your hands together for David and Allison. Oh, and DNA, too, and for yourselves. And for this trippy-ass carpet. Look at this thing, man. I think I have this at home. That's awesome. My name is Paco Romane. My nickname is Young Muscles. Neither of them fit. Oh, shit. It's great to be in Santa Cruz, Berkeley's younger brother. This is cool. Yeah, I haven't been here in a long time. This is cool. I've heard that they are legalizing mushrooms here. Yeah, that's congratulations, you guys. You'll never need to leave this theater ever again. Just sit here and trip out, man. Put on the wall for the 800th time. My sister knew, my sister was like, you going to Santa Cruz? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, they legalized mushrooms. I'm like, I know. And she's like, you gonna do some when you're there? And I was like, probably not. And she's like, well, maybe then you could have kids someday. And I was like, I like my kids like I like my mushrooms in micro doses. You know, like, not sure I want to do that. Oh man, but it doesn't. If you were a teenager, well, some of you are probably young enough, but like when I was a teenager, if someone had told me in like 20 years, pot would be legal, mushrooms would be legal, we have a president fuck porn stars, you know, that there'd be a space force, you know, I'd be like, hell yeah! Let's fucking do this thing! You know, it's like every teenager's dream, man. But instead we got this dollar store bullshit that's happening. And did you guys, I'm talking about Trump's, did you guys see today Trump's wall was coming down because of high winds? And I mean, right? I'm like, oh, great job on that. Because I would think anything that Trump built would be able to dodge a draft. So... Yes, all right, so, thank you, that's for you guys. I don't do that joke when I go to the Midwest. Save it for Cali. Oh, man, so I've been dieting, doing a little dieting. I've been doing keto. Keto is Latin for diarrhea all day. I'm surprised you have energy to clap for that. You need bread in your system in order to do that. I just love keto, man. Keto is awesome because they're like, you're gonna lose water weight, you know, and the only thing I've lost so far is the will to live. That's basically, other than the will to live and some water weight, that's all that's happened, you know. I don't diet well. I've also been doing intermittent feasting. So that hasn't been going well because, like, you know, I'm in my 40s now, so I just, I'm on my third fat, basically, you know. I don't know if you guys count your generational, like, how fat you were, like, from your 20s to your 30s to your 40s, you know. You look at old pictures of yourself, you're like, God damn it, I thought I was fat. I was skinny as fuck back then, you know. Like, your first fat, you're just like, these pants don't fit. And then your second fat, you're like, I can't fit on this plane. Your third fat is like, I'm just fucking sassy now. That's, you know, like, I'm just fucking sassy. Like, I don't know if you can, look at this thing. Like, I don't even know. I'm just a little teapot. I don't know if you can handle this sass, Santa Cruz. I don't think you guys can. You want some of this sass? Can you handle this sass? You said, yeah, you can? Okay, girl, let's do this thing. Front row, can you handle some of this sass? Handsome beard guy, can you? Back there can. You know those guys can handle this sass. But thank you. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I've been trying to lose weight. It's fucking, you know, my man over here is on keto. Anybody else trying keto or paleo or? Carnivore. Whoa, fuck yeah. You just eat everybody. Is that what's happening? You're just like, oh, you look good. You come here. Okay, you got those come fuck me glasses on? Look at you, girl. Damn, I know you a carnivore. Hell yeah. You walk into a club like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there. Damn, what's your meat of choice? Keep it clean. No. Dick. What's your meat of choice? What's that? Pig. Oh yeah, of course. Fucking pork is the best. Pork. What's that? Bacon and pork rule the world. I wish there was incense sticks. I wish there was a bacon-scented incense stick. I want an incense stick that smells like garlic and butter that's being fried up in bacon. I think that would be fucking awesome. Right? Instead of like sandalwood or I don't even know what some of these things are. Like what is that? What is rose? What is happening with that? It doesn't smell like a rose. But congratulations for me. Because like, I don't know, being like I'm a bigger guy, you know, so like one of the great things about being kind of a fat guy is like fat guys don't fight. You know, that's one of the, I go to a bar, no one's gonna try to fight me, you know? No, another fat guy's not gonna come over and like, you wanna go fight? You're like, dude, I don't know, we have to go to the parking lot or something? I think there were stairs coming up here. And he's like, fuck, you're right, can I get you a beer? Like, yeah, I'll take a beer. What's your name? Henry? Fuck, that's a cool name. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll buy you a beer too. Fuck yeah, we're a beer, you know. That's how that works, man. I don't know. So I've been trying to date, doing a little dating. Online dating, man. Anybody here on a date? Yeah, fuck that. I am with you guys. I feel like this is like the Santa Cruz Swingers Club or something. Here, right here. Do you guys all put your keys in a jar or something? Is there a spin fuck chair in someone's house? Because it kind of goes like from the little arc over here. You guys can't see, but it's just like handsome, like doctor, fuck me glasses. This guy does something creative. I know you do, and this guy wants to fire me. Did you sell me a car at one time? Have you sold me? Awesome. Is everyone that lives in Santa Cruz here tonight? How big is this town? Are we all here? What you guys don't know is the other comedians are breaking into your homes right now. That's what's doing. But I have been trying some online dating, man. It's crazy because it's hard, man. Because you know people are on Tinder and Hinge, whatever the fuck that is, and Bumble and Crumble and Fumble or whatever these things are. You know, like. I'm old enough to remember when, like, you had to have, like, an opening line. Like, there were no, like, dating sites, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to have an opening line. When you went to the bar, you had to be ready for whatever happened, you know? You had to say something smooth. You saw a girl, you'd have to say something, like, fairly normal, you know, which I was never very good at. And then if you got her number, you're just like, who's got a piece of paper? You know, like, where's a golf pencil? Give me a goddamn golf pencil, you know? You're looking for, like, a matchbook or a cocktail napkin or something, you know? And then you're like, what's your number? And she's like, it's loud. She's like, 415. You're like, I think I got it. You know, like, okay, I'll call you. And then the next day you tell your buddy, like, I got a girl's number last night. And he's like, don't call her on Tuesdays. Nobody fucks on Tuesdays. You know, there was all these rules. You remember all those rules? He was just like, give her a 5-day window, and you don't want to look desperate. I'm like, I am desperate. You know, like, you don't understand. You know, and then you call, and you're just like, please don't answer. Please don't answer. You just don't want them to answer at all. You just want that voicemail message so bad. And then they answer, and you're like, hey, I don't know. You turn to Bobcat Goldthwait for some reason, you know. I don't know what's happening. But now, man, people are they're so comfortable behind cell phones and monitors and laptops and stuff. They're confident on Facebook, sliding in them DMs, you know what I'm saying? People would like send in dick pics. You know, like if I had to send a dick pic back in my day, it'd be like 8x10 glossy, you know. You had to get like an envelope that, but you know, make sure you have an address label on there, you know. It's gonna come back for sure. But people, I still don't understand why guys send their dicks to people. Like, it just seems so odd. Ladies, have you ever got an unsolicited dick pic? Yeah, I know you have. You know, yeah. Everyone's like, I'm on a date. Shut the fuck up. But like people are confident behind monitors and cell phones and stuff. Like I have said some shit to a woman I would never say to her face in public. I've said things like back that ass up. You know, just like I've said things like I want to tongue punch your stink star. You know, just like I don't, you know, like what the fuck is that? And then she'll hit me back with like emojis. You know, like horse head, diamond, pineapple. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to date a 25-year-old just to decipher for me. You know, horse head, diamond, pineapple. Are we breaking up? Are you hungry? Is that anal? I don't understand. I don't understand what any of that is. You know. But I did go on a date though recently with a girl named Lucky Ice. I know. How cool is that fucking name, man? And she's just like I pictured her. Little tiny girl, dreadlocks, tattoos. When she walked in, I was like, oh, God. She's no way. I mean, I look like an unemployed softball coach. You know, I was like, this is not going to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't run, we're going to be on the bus. We're going to have to do some suicides later. Softball joke. Anyway, so Lucky Ice comes in. I'm like, you know, if I date and marry Lucky Ice, is she gonna take my name or am I gonna take her? You know what I'm saying? Like, my name's Paco Romane. Like, Lucky Romane? That sounds like a hipster salad bar. You know, like and then like Paco Ice sounds like a very cool Mexican band. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know if that's gonna work. But something strange that did happen, Steve. Something strange that happened. Greg, follow this for me. Brad, you with me? Yeah, okay. So Xavier, Tina, Sally, guy that wants to hurt me. Follow this a little bit. So I went on a date. This is weird. I went on a date with a girl that I dated when I was a teenager. I dated her when I was a teenager, so she was actually the first girl to give me a hand job in my life, because I was 17, she was 17, she gave me my first hand job. And no girl is good at their first hand job, okay? Like, that's all I could remember on this entire date was just like, could you have taken your rings off? You know, like, was that possible? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I mean, it's great because, you know, you're a dude. You're like, someone's touching me, you know, like, okay, this would be great. But she literally, it was like, she was not very good at it. It was like she was trying to land a helicopter in a snowstorm or something, you know? It was like, she was just like, it's like trying to parallel park a bulldozer. I was like, ouch, I need that back. She's like tearing my dick off. She turns into the Pope all of a sudden. She's like, I call her Airwolf to this day because of that. Fucking Airwolf, man. Thank you. Little 80s joke. You guys remember Airwolf? Yeah, hell yeah. That's when TV was TV, man. A-Team, Airwolf, Hill Street Blues. Just people killing each other. That's all that was. But it's cool because I did just meet a girl. Her name is Greta. The least sexiest name in the world, but she's awesome. She's German. So our safe word is Volkswagen. She was like, talk dirty to me. So I was like, I want to see your papers. She was like, I don't talk like that. I'm like, yes, you do. Yeah, she's awesome, man. She's awesome. She's big. She's a big girl. I like big girls. I don't like, I've been with little girls. Like little girls, when I have sex with little girls, they just tap out, you know? They're just, all of a sudden a referee's involved. She's like, you know, I'm like, where'd you come from? Yeah, she's a big girl. She's 6 foot, 200 pounds. The Niners are taking a look at her. She's awesome. She is awesome. I'm finally the little spoon in a relationship, you know? It's so comfy in there. Nobody told me how comfy that is. I'm like, get it. Just get in there. Go ahead, you know? She's awesome. But I feel like she's very sweet, but I do feel like there's been like a gender switch a little bit in this country. I feel like, follow me, Brad. I feel like guys are getting softer and women are getting harder. Are you with me on that? I feel like women are like ready to, I'm like, they're ready to take over, which I hope they do. And men are just, because like, I will cry at a dog food commercial. You know, I'm a little wallflower. I'm just a sensitive little wallflower, you know, like, oh, look Look, their little faces. I just want to put their paw in my mouth. Yeah. And Greta and I were driving around, and I was driving, she was next to me, and I was crying at a This American Life podcast episode. It's just like, she just wants to meet her mom. And meanwhile, Greta's out the car window flipping off cops. She's just like, fuck you, pigs. And I'm like, they're leading a funeral. Maybe this is not, maybe this isn't the time for that. She is cool, man. Because I don't know, she's very girly. She's very, very girly, and I love that. Because I don't know from that girly stuff, She teaches me a lot of stuff. Every Friday night, she has girlfriends come over and they color. I'm like, oh, neat. Yeah, okay. For Christmas, I bought her a box of crayons. It was like the cheapest. It did have an extra red one, though, and had a little sharpener in the back, so that was cool. But her friends are all like her. She's very into new age stuff, So every Friday night, it's like having the Fleetwood Mac band in my apartment, So everything's flowing. It's like landslide, She's very cool about that stuff. And a couple months ago, we had the winter solstice, right? And we had a Friday the 13th and a winter solstice and a full moon. And for Greta, it was like Christmas came early. She was so fucking excited, And at midnight, she woke me up and she was like, Paco, full moon. And I was like, okay, fuck, what do we do? I'll make coffee. I didn't know, no one's ever woke me up out of a sleep for a full moon before. I'm like, I have luggage packed. Are you pregnant? Let's go. I want to be supportive. I don't know what to do. And then she's like, come into the kitchen with me. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. And I go in the kitchen with her, and she's got this jar full of crystals, and she's pouring water into it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing? And she said, I'm making moon water. And I was like, what the hell is moon water? What kind of crazy woman Wiccan princess stuff is this? The full moon is a... And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, you take a jar full of crystals and you pour water into it. And I said, all you've done is invented Bud Light. That's all Bud Light is. It's just a jar full of water that someone's yelled racist words into, So she's filling that shit up. She's got her crystals in there and stuff, this big mason jar. And then she said, come outside with me. And I was like, the adventure continues. So I go outside with her, and she takes this jar full of water and crystals, and she holds it up to get the moon beams on it. And then she's like, I'm making my moon juice. I was like, oh, fuck, this is awesome. And I live in the Tenderloin in San Francisco, and even the crackheads are like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's just like, I'm making moon juice. She's holding it there. I'm like, come on, everybody. She's making moon juice. Man, it's crazy, man. She's taught me a lot of cool stuff because she's into true crime. You guys into true crime stuff? Man, I am into that stuff now, man. Ted Bundy, hell yeah. I pretend I'm all hard and shit, too. We'll watch a serial killer movie. I'll be like, oh, if Ted Bundy came around here right now, I'll fucking knock his ass off. I'd fucking get that dude. This tea's a little hot, dear. Could you pull this off? Like, he better not come around. I'm not that hard. But she's into that stuff, man. I feel like when you guys watch true crime stuff? Couple of you? Okay. Well, if you don't, there's like an arc to watching anything true crime. Because when it first starts, you're like, this guy's guilty as fuck. This guy fucking did it. Then it's like the prosecutor's evidence, and then he grew up how? What did he do? His mom did what? What's happening? I told you he was innocent. Like, there's the whole arc to this whole thing. I mean, Greta's into this. She's got a t-shirt on. She has a t-shirt that says, true crime, red wine, and bed by 9. My girl don't play. You know what I'm saying? She has taught me. And I found out that the biggest audience for true crime stuff are women. Women love true crime, and I never understood that. And because I'm like, well, you guys grew up with people would be like, don't go over there, stranger danger, don't talk to that guy. And you guys grew up like, I want everything serial killers, it never really made sense to me. until I started thinking about it. And I think there's two reasons I think that women are really into like true crime stuff. One is women are competitive as fuck, okay? You know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm taking notes and I'm not gonna be like this bitch, okay? Like, she went to a darkened parking garage at 10 p.m., like, that is not gonna work, you know what I'm saying? And I think the other reason is that women are in true crime is because all women are natural-born detectives. I think, like, right? Do you guys feel that? Yeah, I think, yeah, so there you go. I think all women are naturally gifted at this stuff too, you know? Like, cop shows, it's a dude with a witness, or he's talking to a perp or a criminal, and he's like, I know you did it, Mendoza, like, bam, bam, poof, slap him around. Women wouldn't do that. They would use emotions and shit. They'd go in there and be like, how's your day? You know? He'd be like, not great. By the end of it, she's like, yep, we got him. Like, fuck, oh, that's awesome. Because, like Greta's like that, man. The other day, she's like, where you going? I said, I'm going to my buddy David's house to watch some videos. And she's like, videos. And I was like, oh, fuck. When a woman goes, and does this, you're fucked. You're already fucked, And I came home, and she was like, how were the videos? And I was like, they were great. And then she turned into, like, a 1940s detective. She turned into Columbo, like Peter Falk. She was just like, I got a couple more questions for you. Something's not adding up here, so, Oh, that's awesome. We were driving around in Nashville, Tennessee, Greta and I. Yeah, the Deep South. And we were driving around, and she was like, stop the car, crystal shop. And I was like, oh, fuck, how did you do that? How did you find the only crystal shop in the South, And she's like, come up with me. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to stay in the car and listen to some Steely Dan. Like, enjoy yourself. But I went up there, and I'm glad I did, because I'd never been in a crystal shop before. You guys live in Santa Cruz. You guys have all, right? There's probably one in this place right now. There's a crystal shop back here. He has one in his pocket. So I'd never been in for those people who have not been in a crystal shop, let me paint the picture for you. A lot of curtains. Just everything's curtain. You don't even know how you walked in. You're just like, now I'm in a place full of chiffon and purple. And there's just baskets everywhere. Nothing's on shelves. They can't afford shelves. Everything's just in baskets for some reason. There's usually like 10 to 30 cats just walking around, just like doing nothing, just mean mugging you the entire time. Like, you're like, stop, There's like incense, like not pork incense, but like sandalwood. It's just Nag Champa all day long. You're just eating that stuff. There's usually like international music on the speaker, It's like music's like, and you're like, okay, where's the downbeat, those kind of things. So, Greta's looking at all the crystals. She's just having the time of her life. She's just like, this is an obsidian. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, this is a rose quartz or amethyst or some shit. And I was like, I'm a comedian, so I'm a little of an asshole. I'm like, amethyst sounds like the name Mike Tyson named his daughter. Like, give me your amethyst, but so I'm in the corner minding my own business, and I look down on the ground, and there is a basket with a sign on it that says heated healing crystal dildos. Exactly. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, no. If Greta sees she sees a heated healing crystal dildo, she'll never need me ever again. She will have no need for me. There's nothing on my body that heats or heals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like kicking this thing in the corner, putting like fucking blankets around them, taking cats, just like putting them on the basket. I'm like, nothing to see here, And then she's looking around, and then all of a sudden these curtains open up, and this little tiny Southern woman comes in, and she says, namaste. But she's from the South, so she says, namaste. You're like, you sure? Doesn't sound like you mean it. And she's talking to Greta, and then she looks at me and she says, what's your name? And I said, my name's Paco. What's your name? And remember, this is the South. She looked at me, she said, Crystal. And I was like, come on! Your name's Crystal? Like crystals, crystals? And she said, I never thought of that. I'm like, it's right there. How could you never put those two together, you know? I'm like, what is the name of this place? And she said, the Crystal Palace. I'm like, that's a strip club. That is awesome, you know? So she and Greta are talking for a little bit, and all of a sudden, the curtains open and this little tiny man comes in. Now this guy looks completely different than his wife. His wife is like in all in like tie-dye and stuff and like scarves and shit. This guy looks like he'd been in like Vietnam, like he'd fought some wars, he'd been in some bar fights. He had like one good leg, he had a wooden leg and a good leg. He had like he had a hat on that said Jack Daniels. He had a Jack Daniels hat. He had a t-shirt that said Kill a Commie for Mommy on it. With a eagle with an AK-47 in its beak flying over Mexico for some reason. You know, he looked like one of those guys that plays that game at the bar with the knife and one of those just rough and tumble guys. This guy's been in a lot of bar fights. He's not what I expect. He walked in and he didn't expect to see us either. He's like, we haven't had customers here since '87. Like, it's my wife's pet project. And I was like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, good, how are you? And I was like, I'm good. He's like, where are you from? And I was like, fuck, I don't want to have to say San Francisco. you know that feeling? I'm like, here comes the politics. Like this guy's, we're going to get into it now. Because I am liberal as they come. And so we're talking a little bit, and finally he's like, why don't you tell me where are you guys coming in from? I said, we're from San Francisco. And he's like, you suck dick. And I was like, no. This is my girlfriend Greta right here. And he's like, you're not gay? I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you're from San Francisco. And I'm like, well, you have a wooden leg. That doesn't make you a table. You know, like. He didn't like that very much. Man. Got some good news today, though. Got some good news. I just signed a new deal with NBC today. Thank you so much. Thank you. The deal is I'm to stay 500 feet away from all NBC offices. So it's a little embarrassing. I'm hoping to sign the same deal with ABC once they get my letters. So, that's pretty cool. I did have a pretty good winter. You guys have a good winter? Do you guys have a good, we're into January. You guys, is everyone's resolution over with? Your New Year's resolution, is it all over with? You guys are like, I'm not going to drink for January, and just like, Tito's, and fuck it. Dry January, that kind of shit. I had a good one. I actually went to my 30th high school reunion. Wow. I know, you guys are like, isn't this guy 30? But thank you. I know, clean living. Just clean living. 30th high school I never thought, like, what? 30 years? And high school reunion. You guys been to your high school reunion? Yeah. Oh, they're just the worst, aren't they? Like, everyone that was, like, ugly is now, like, a model. All the hot people look like Jabba the Hutt now. You know, you're like, what happened to this thing? And you only talk to the people that you were friends with in high school, you know? One of my buddies just lives down the street from me in San Francisco. I'm like, I'm just going to talk to you. But I didn't think I'd be asked to go to my high school reunion. Put your hands together if you had a crappy time in high school. All right. Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, that makes sense. I said, put your hands together, and that guy back there raised his hand. You still can't follow directions. No wonder you had a crappy time in high school. He's like, me! Pick me! Woo! Oh man, it's like you get that letter in the mail that like invites you to your high school reunion. I got mine about like April, and I was like, fuck, I only have like 6 months to actually do something with my life now. You know? Yeah, you know that feeling? Like, oh man, is there a 6-month upstairs dental school I can go to or something? You know? Because I'm going to see my arch nemesis, Steve, you know? And I'll be like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a successful lawyer. What about you? And I'm like, I get paid in beer tickets. That's where I'm at now, because I never thought I would be invited to my high school reunion. I had a crappy time. In high school, I got beat up. I got made fun of. Nobody would talk to me. And make matters worse, I was homeschooled. My dad's an asshole. My dad, I got home community college. It was bad. It was bad. My mom's cool, though. Mom's cool. I got a cool ass mom. Put your hands together for moms. Hell yeah. I got a cool ass mom. Here's something I want to ask the ladies, though. Ladies, put your hands together if your husband or boyfriend is funny. Okay. Yeah, well, that's great. Some of the ladies, I'd rather have a guy that makes money, to be honest. Is that your boy? Right there? He looks like he tells a lot of puns, though. Is he a pun guy or is he a funny guy? Oh, he is? Okay, Brad. I see you there. Okay, cool. Because have you ever wondered how he became funny? Have you ever actually wondered how Brad became a funny man? It's because the way little boys grow up to be funny men is because our moms are fucking insane. That never doesn't work. That always... Deborah, huh? She crazy? What's his mom's name? Jenny, crazy. Yeah, that's a crazy lady name, man. Yeah, it is true, right? You know why? Because we grew up having to entertain our crazy-ass mom. That's what I did. My mom would come home from a long day of work. I'd be like, watch me dance, Mom! I don't want to see you sad. I wrote some jokes for you. I'll get your pills and your white wine like you like it. Just 2 ice cubes. Because my mom's name is Jan. So Jenny and Jan, they should hang out. Is your mom so or anything?
Of course.
Yeah, fucking perfect. I wish I could get my mom to hang out with crazy-ass Jenny. They'd have so much fun. Man, I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. You love your mom, right? Of course you do. Do you love his mom? Of course you do. It's fucking Jenny. Jenny's a good time. Little controlling. My mom's the same way. She wanted me to teach her how to use Netflix last time I was back home. And she was like, how do you do it? I'm like, you push play. Which one's play? That one's play. I don't see it. It's because your fucking finger's in the way. I was like, just put your hand down and it's like, it's just Netflix, She told me once she didn't want me to pet her dog because I didn't know how. I'm like, dogs don't care, Mom. They got a belly, they got a butt. Scratch one of them, they're fine. A little bit behind the ear, they're good with that shit. My mom's cool, though. My mom is so cool. She was pissed when she found out I wasn't gay. My mom wanted a gay son. I'm like, this is not the body of a gay man, all right? This is Kirkland's signature, all right? I shop at Costco. Okay, don't pretend you don't shop at Costco. Costco's the best, man. Especially for dudes, man. You go shopping at Costco for a dude because they put all of her clothes in a trough in the middle of the store. You can see it from anywhere. It's like, meet me at the jeans. Like, okay. They're $5, so it doesn't matter if they don't fit. You just get 12 of them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Although there's no changing room in Costco, so you're just like, if you try to, you're like, give me a little privacy over here, next to the pretzels. You're like, I don't know about this. I love Costco. Best thing you can do is get stoned and go to Costco, man. Woo! That is fun. No, not for you. You need a control in your life too, don't you, girl? Yeah. Yeah. I love it, man, because it's like being in a video game. It's just like, you're just walking around and the people are just like, have some potion. You're like, yes, more of those, And you don't know what's going on. At the end, there's like a wizard with a yellow lightsaber just like, show me a receipt or you cannot pass. Like, I don't want to stay here. Costco makes me anxious. I'm also, because of my, growing up with a mom like I am. You anxious, Bill? Or Brad, whatever the fuck I called you? Yeah, Bill Brad. Billy Brad. Yeah. What's your real name?
Derek.
Same fucking thing. All right. Derek, yeah, you look, huh? You look like a Brad, I gotta say. You look like an administrator. I'm so sorry. You look like you tell people, no. Yes. Yeah. You're like, you don't know Jenny. You better listen to me. I'm Brad. I get anxious. I'm a very anxious person, man. I go see a therapist, which is weird. Therapy makes me more anxious. Anybody here go see a therapist? None of y'all? Come on. You guys go, yeah, okay. Is that your mom? That's why. That's, okay, yeah. That's why, yeah. I just said your mom had come fuck me glasses on. Gee whiz. I am so sorry. You're going to be in therapy for a long time. Oh, no. I didn't know that. Well. I do jokes about TikTok. No, I don't. I'm trying to relate to you. How old are you? 15! 15. Well, congrats for everything. You... Good night, everybody. 15. What's your name, Rachel? Grace. Oh, that's a great name, Grace. Are you guys Catholic? No, fuck that. Yeah, she's got the, I know, I should have, yeah. The only time you've kneeled is not in Catholic church, lady. Sorry, Grace, don't listen to this. Do not listen to this, Grace. I love your mom. Is that your dad? Oh, same thing. Same thing. Welcome, stepdad. What's your name? Kevin, Steve? Carl, same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. That's, Grace, Carl, and Holly. I don't know, whatever. That's, no, I'm joking. Holly, Grace, Carl, and Holly. That sounds like a Christmas poem of some sort, doesn't it? Or the 70s TV, like Grace, and Holly, we're on a routine expedition. Going to the land of the lost. Whatever, guys up there. This is now just for us. Come down here. Everyone come down here. I don't even know what I was talking about. Anxiety, therapy, Grace. Yeah. Oh. Jenny. Everything makes me anxious. Costco makes me anxious. Red lights make me anxious. Cats make me anxious. Questions, hugs. I don't like hugs. People are like, you go to a party. I'm a non-hugger. I don't hug, and I go to parties, and people are like, huggers always announce it before they get to you. I'm a hugger. You're like, don't come any closer. I do the elbow thing. The other thing that makes me anxious is the handshake with a stranger. You don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get the doorknob. Like, I never know what to do with that stuff. But Costco makes me anxious. And I gotta say, the whole Netflix and Amazon Hulu stuff makes me anxious, not because of the viewing, because of that fucking 15-second countdown. You get to the next fucking episode, that thing, you're just like, someone make popcorn! I gotta go to the bathroom! Our pillows! Someone get pillows! Episode 2's coming! You're like, how it started! I can't push pause! It's too much for my fragile little being. Too much, man. Where was I? My mom. Oh, Jan, what have you done to me? She was really happy though when I moved to San Francisco. Like I said, she was pissed when she found out I wasn't gay, but she was really excited when I moved to San Francisco. She's like, oh, maybe it'll happen. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. It's not like you're flying an SFO and the pilot's like, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing in San Francisco in 20 minutes. If you could please pull out your glitter and rainbows and set your dicks to an upright and locked position. Doesn't happen. Don't listen to this, Grace. Don't listen to this. Doesn't happen like that. It's not like gay guys are walking around San Francisco like Jehovah's Witnesses or something, trying to recruit you for their religion. They don't come to your door and be like, excuse me, sir, have you accepted cock as your personal savior today? What's in this brochure? I'll tell you about myself. I didn't grow up out here. I grew up in Michigan. Grew up in the redneck racist area of Michigan called Michigan. Anybody here from the great state? Yeah? Oh, awesome. Well, glad you made it out. That's awesome. Where were you from? Oh, Dearborn. Oh, right out of Detroit, right outside of Detroit. That's where my mom lived for a while. Maybe you know my mom. Maybe you've heard her yelling at you in traffic or something. Because one of my favorite things from being from Michigan, we do this, don't we? Yeah, people are like, where are you from? And we point to our hand because we have really shitty public education. We think this is a map. Like, I'm from here. This is Florida down here. So let's see. Like, that's Florida right there. And this is Maine is over here. And you're looking right at Chattanooga, Tennessee, lady. I saw that. Wow, bam, boom, the dick joke. Grace, stop it. Stop it. Oh, I'm never going to come back, am I? They're going to no, you pointed at my dick. But so yeah, Mom, I moved to San Francisco, and she was cool with that. So yeah, I'm from Michigan. My ex-fiance still lives out there. Fuck her. Whatever. Fuck, man. She was beautiful. I didn't want to marry her because of her looks. I wanted to marry her for her personality. That's what you should do. You never marry people for their looks because looks can fade. You gotta have something in common with them. You got remember this, Grace. You gotta have something in common with them. You should marry somebody because of their personality, and that's what I want to do because she had 10 of them, and yeah, she cheated on me with a salsa instructor. That is not a joke. That is. Thank you for that, sir. I like you. Whatever name I gave you, Bob or Bill or whatever it was. What's your name? Well, he can talk for himself, controlling lady. We got another Jenny here. Jesus Christ. He's got no chance this entire night to be a little butterfly and to fly free. And you just have him on a shirt. Has anybody heard that whipping sound? Wow, Greg, do it, blink twice if we need to take you to a secure location. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Well, Greg, I hope you make it. You like to be controlled, though, don't you, Greg, a little bit? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. No. Are you on a date, or are you guys married, or?
It's a date.
Not anymore, it's not. Oh, no. Oh, you poor little man, you. You should hang out with fucking Brad, man. You should hang out with Brad and fucking Kev over here. You guys could throw some darts or something, play a little Xbox, a little Fortnite or something. If you want to play me on at PS4, if you want to play me a Call of Duty, it's Mafia Killer 420, eat the pussy. So look me up. I wish that wasn't true. Man, I gotta get out of here. You guys are put your hands together for yourselves, man. I'm having a blast with you guys. You guys are so much fun. Oh, man. I don't, it's awesome. We live in a weird world, though, man. But, you guys having a good time with your life and stuff? That's great, man. Me too. Here's the thing, too, is I live with someone stupid. So, you guys ever live with someone stupid? Yeah. Grace is nodding. She's like, yeah. Yep. Look at my mom's glasses. I live with someone stupid. I have a dumb roommate. My career is going really well. I have a roommate and a chore wheel. So, my roommate's name is Kenny. Not Kenny with an E, but Kenny with an I. Like skinny without the S. Kenny! You can't even say that name without sounding stupid. I'll call his name Kenny, and he'll come running in the room like a golden retriever, like, Goldens are a little dumb, he's nice, though. He's like a golden retriever, super nice. He's friendly, just eats walls and stuff, you ate the remote control, Kenny. And he's nice because he's dumb. Like, dumb people don't know they're dumb, Smart people know that dumb people are dumb, but dumb people don't know that they're dumb unless they talk to a smart person who told them they're fucking dumb, Kenny's like that, man. Yeah, he's like that. Like, he's one of those guys that will tell a story and make you do all the work. Those people, it'd be like, remember when we went to that one place last week? You're like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, man. Is this a Mad Lib? What is, with the girl. Remember that girl? You're like, I know a lot of girls, dude. I don't know what's happening. He's like that. I don't let him tell stories. He can't use the barbecue either because he'll burn it down. But we were driving. I was driving. He's too dumb to drive. I was driving. And he looked up at this marquee in San Francisco and he said, "I want to see this band. They play all over town." And I said, "Who is it?" And he said, "Tony Iggett." And I said, "Motherfucker, that says Tonight. That is not." Hand to God. Swear to God. Swear to God. Another one of my favorites is, well, he gets his lyrics wrong all the time. I hope you don't mind that I pooped in the woods, is what I heard him singing yesterday in the show. I was like, fucking Kenny, dude. He might be a genius, I don't know. But this is my favorite thing of all time. This is my favorite Kenny story. A couple weeks ago, we were getting into a big fight, a big debate, rather, about politics, which he just, I was like, Kenny, come on. And he looked at me and he said, Paco, sincere, super sincere. Just Kenny sincerity. He looked at me in the eyes and said, Paco, sometimes you just gotta let guide dogs be guide dogs. I'm like, it's bygones be bygones. That's not even a fucking saying. I mean, it's a good sentiment. You should let a guide dog be a guide dog. They're at work. They got places to go. They got cute little vests on. You guys have been amazing. I'm Paco, Romane. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Have a really great day. Thank you guys.